Hello there, Guardians. Today we will be covering some of the weapons to run through the Nightfall the Glassway on Europa for the June 25th reset. To start, the obvious is our good old Outbreak Perfected. With the Anti-Barrier Champion mod, this allows you to consistently damage enemies, whilst also still proccing the Corruption Spreads perk, where rapid hits and precision final blows spawn those baby nanites to deal some extra damage. I also personally found that using Nullify with Firefly and Incandescent can be a solid choice to pair with the Solar Burn this week to at least give you some damage to that boss encounter, whilst also still utilizing that Anti-Barrier Champion mod. For your Anti-Overload, personally I used my bold endings from my favorite Pale Heart weapons video to easily proc the champions into a stunned state. This weapon has rapid hits and Firefly to ease the reload speed into the gun, rather than standing behind cover the whole time, waiting for the gun to get reloaded, like its very slow reload speed insinuates. Unless your build, of course, asks for something different, in which case you might be using something like Headstone or Demolitionist. Whatever your roster calls for is your choice. Of course, you could also substitute this with a Warden's Law or another hand cannon of your choice. For power weapons, I settled on either Anarchy or Pro Memoria, both of which I had a good time using, with Pro Memoria using Reconstruction and Bait and Switch or Frenzy to really deal in some heavy damage to those chickens you will face at the end boss fight. As far as the best class to utilize, I've seen online that utilizing a Warlock with the Healing Turret helmet is the best route if you're running this solo or in a group. However, this can still be done with your average Titan or Hunter, all the same solo. Just play it safe, hold those walls, don't get pinched, the typical drill. This week's Nightfall is dropping a new 3-burst linear fusion rifle called Scintillation, with a few good god rolls and perks. Without going into detailed specifics, I found that messing with Envious Assassin, Rewind Rounds, and Reservoir Burst, Bait and Switch, and Firing Line seems to be where you want to aim with this weapon. Hatchling should do some work, however, you will need to be working a nice Strand Hatchling baby farm to actually make this work, with it being the most usable on Warlocks fighting targets that are accessible from the ground in a closest radius. So there you have it. Try to mess around with your hand cannons, pulse rifles, grenade launchers, machine guns, and linear fusion rifles for the Nightfall this week, as it seems. If you have any other build suggestions for this week's Nightfall, put it down in the comments below for other Guardians to learn from. Thank you all for watching. Cobra out.